Hello, and welcome to this series of 505XT steam turbine controller tutorials. In this tutorial, we will review the connection of LinkNet modules to the 505XT and their configuration. Woodward LinkNet I/O nodes can be easily integrated with the 505 and allows for additional I/O to be used by the 505. By understanding the functionality of the LinkNet modules, users can increase the number of input and output signals to and from the 505XT. The Woodward LinkNet HT distributed I/O nodes can be connected to the 505XT using CAN port number 2. LinkNet HT nodes provide slower, asynchronous distributed I/O with a single CAN port. These nodes are designed to operate in high temperature and high vibration environments. Multiple nodes can be used on the same CAN network by daisy chaining the CAN wiring and by using a termination resistor on both the 505XT CAN wiring connector and the last node in the chain's CAN wiring connector. The default baud rate setting in the 505 is 500K. All LinkNet nodes on the CAN network must have a baud setting of 500K, which can be set using the dial on the front of the LinkNet node. The nodes must be used as shown in the table here. Each node I/O type has a predefined node device ID and must be set according to this table in order to communicate with the 505. The node device ID is set on the front of the LinkNet module. Device node ID 1 and device node ID 2 must be analog 4 to 20 mA modules. Each analog I/O node has 8 analog inputs and 2 analog outputs. The LinkNet analog I/O module with a node ID of 1 can be used for vibration sensors. Please see the configuration of vibration sensors tutorial for more information. Node device ID 3 must be an RTD module and supports 8 RTD inputs. Node device 4 must be a discrete input module and supports 16 discrete inputs. Node device ID 5 must be a discrete output module and supports 16 discrete output relay drivers. To configure LinkNet nodes on the 505, you must be logged into the Configure User Level and in the Configuration mode. Refer to the Changing User Levels and Changing Modes and Languages tutorials to learn how to do this. To check the user level and mode, press the Mode button. Return to the home screen and then go to the Configuration menu by pressing the black function key below Configuration. Now use the navigation keys to highlight Woodward links and press Enter. Select the Enable Using LinkNet I/O Nodes checkbox and press Enter to add a check. This will cause 5 new checkboxes to appear, one for each of the 5 available nodes. For this tutorial, we will enable all 5 nodes to show what a 505XT fully configured with all LinkNet nodes looks like. To do this, select and press Enter in all 5 Enable Node checkboxes. Now, press the black function key below Config Nodes to go to the Configuration menu. Pressing the Config Node soft key will bring you to the CAN2 network LinkNet I/O nodes screen. This screen shows the details on the overall CAN network status, as well as the status of individual nodes on the network. The Initialize All button will reset the entire CAN2 network. Initializing the entire network will temporarily interrupt communications to all LinkNet nodes as the network reinitializes. The individual node initialize buttons can be used to reset individual nodes rather than the entire network. It should be noted that now that the LinkNet I/O nodes have been enabled, this screen will be available on the Home screen. To see this, press Home. LinkNet I/O button will be available in the bottom right corner. Select this button and press Enter to go back to the CAN2 network screen. Next on this page is the node pages for all the LinkNet nodes that were enabled. In this case, all 5 nodes are available. Next to each node is the Node and COM false lights and Initialize button. The LinkNet node status screen can be accessed by pressing the black function key below Node Status. This page shows the status about each node and information that is pulled directly from the node to the 505, such as part number and serial number. Press the right arrow key to see nodes 4 and 5. Return to the LinkNet I/O node screen by pressing the left arrow key or escape key twice. Each of the node's channels can be configured on their respective node page. First, we will look at the configuration of the analog input-output node in position 1. To do this, select the Node 1 button and press Enter. Now you are on the Node 1 analog input summary screen. This screen provides an overview of all signals incoming to the analog I/O module, as well as the function and fault status for each channel. Each channel can be configured from here and should be done similarly to the analog inputs configuration and calibration tutorial. It is important to note that there is no loop-powered configuration selection for analog inputs, as this is determined by the part number of the AIO node that is purchased. The black function key below 4 to 20 outputs will open the analog output summary screen. This screen overviews the analog output signals for both the device node ID1 and device node ID2 modules if configured. Press the black function key below Back to return to the input summary screen. Here we will select the first channel. The analog input channel can be configured for any of the AI functions available in the drop-down menu. Because the LinkNet I/O node is asynchronous, it is recommended to use process signals used for control on the core 505XT hardware I/O. The LinkNet I/O is well suited for monitoring field signals with alarm and trip levels. If the input function you are using is not available in the drop-down selection, highlight the Use as Generic Input checkbox and press Enter. This will allow you to use the channel as a generic 4 to 20 mA input source. The node events can also be configured. To do this, press the black function key below Channel Events on each channel's page. This page allows you to set 2 alarm set points for each channel. You can also choose to use the level 2 set point as a trip value. Upon loss of communications with a LinkNet node, the 505 will override the alarm and trip levels. Finally, hysteresis, delay for event action, enable speed set point, and enable speed hysteresis can all be configured on this screen. To return to the Node 1 summary page, press the black function key below Summary. Now, press the black function key below Back to return to the LinkNet I/O node screen. All other nodes can be accessed and configured in a similar manner. Node 3 allows use of the RTD input LinkNet node. Highlight Node 3 and press Enter to configure this node. As with the analog nodes, the RTD summary screen appears. Select the first RTD channel, RTD1, by highlighting it and pressing Enter. You will now see the RTD Input 1 screen. From this screen, you can edit the input function, minimum and maximum value of this RTD channel. You can also edit the device tag. If you would like to use degrees Fahrenheit for all RTDs, highlight this checkbox and press Enter to place a checkmark. The Modbus multiplier and decimals displayed can also be edited from this screen. And, unique to the RTD channels, you can select the curve type of the RTD between European and American and change the resistance, or ohm, value of the RTD being used. Channel events for RTDs are edited the same way as analog nodes and can be accessed by pressing the function key below Channel Events. Press the Escape button twice to return to the LinkNet I/O node screen. To configure discrete inputs, select Node 4 and press Enter. This will bring you to the Discrete Input Summary page. The first page displays the status of channels 1 through 8. Pressing the Contacts 9 through 16 soft key will display a summary of channels 9 through 16. To configure a channel, select the Contact Channel button and press Enter. This will bring you to the Discrete Input Channel configuration page. The discrete input can be configured to perform any of the functions available in the function drop-down menu. To configure discrete output relay drivers, select Node 5. This will bring you to the Discrete Output Summary page. The first page displays the status of channels 1 through 8. Pressing the Relays 9 through 16 soft key will display a summary of channels 9 through 16. To configure a channel, select the Relay Channel button and press Enter. The discrete output channel can be used as an indication or a level switch by selecting the Use as a Level Switch checkbox. The output function will change based on this setting. When configured as a level switch, the relay output will energize when the analog signal selected in the output function reaches the level on value and will de-energize when the signal drops below the level off value. When LinkNet signals produce alarms or trips, they are recorded by the LinkNet alarm and trip latches. When a LinkNet alarm or trip comes in, the LEDs on the front panel will illuminate. When an alarm comes in from a LinkNet channel, it is given as LinkNet Summary Alarm in the 505XT alarm latch. To see details about the LinkNet alarm latch, press the LinkNet Alarm soft key. From the LinkNet Alarm Summary page, the summary shows the channels currently in alarm. Similarly, for the LinkNet module trips, the LinkNet Trip Summary page can be accessed from the 505XT Trip Summary page. You now know how to configure LinkNet I/O nodes on your 505XT. Be sure to exit configuration mode if you are finished. Please be sure to view the other tutorials for more information.